And there you go, ladies and gentlemen. That is where you can find all of the shows in Let's Talk Football Family. And real quick, before we get to our next segment, I do want to shout out the guy behind the whole thing here, Mr. Sean Spencer, our producer on this lovely Tuesday night show. Does a phenomenal job with getting us the ins and outs, the videos, and all that. He does all that himself. And as you saw, he already had the time change for the fantasy football show. So this man is on top of it. Thank you, Sean, so much for that. But your Commanders are still going to lose to the Bears on Thursday, so you're just going to.
Oh, and just like that, my running
It
days is
just well,
over.
see, that's how it goes. I get no. I'm talking like the Rodney Dangerfield of this show. I get no respect at all. Let me tell you. But of
Oh,
course,
shucks.
moving moving on from Sean's hijinks, our next segment is a great one as well because you get to hear about people you might not always know about. So, Mister Fingers, as he likes to be called, Anthony Handy, is going to grace us with his presence and his ever popular segment of the Rookie Spotlight. Take it away, Anthony.
Hey there, ladies, and thank you, Nick. Hey there, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. How is everyone doing out there in the ethosphere? In the cheap seats, let me hear you say. Okay, whatever. Take your vitamins and say your prayers. Anyway, this is Mr. Fingers coming to you from Zagnif Central, this week's edition of Let's Talk Football, the Roundtable, with your Rookie Spotlight. We're talking about a young man who attended Martin Luther King High School in Detroit, Michigan. He played wide receiver and cornerback in high school. Prior to his senior year in 2018, he was named one of the top 5 players in the entire state of Michigan in his class by 24/7 Sports. In a Division III state championship, he caught 4 passes for 126 yards and 2 touchdowns. At the season end, he was named the first team All-State selection at defensive back by the Associated Press. That is a big deal for those of you that don't know. That's a really big deal. If you're not a sports person and you're just watching and AP says you're a big deal, you are a very big deal. He was a 3-star recruit and he committed to play football at the University of Cincinnati. Ladies and gentlemen, I am talking about none other than the one, the only Mr. Ahmad Sauce Gardner from University of Cincinnati. His nickname was actually very unique. I I thought there was something to it. Like he's got that speed, he's got that style, he's got that sauce. Actually, he got that nickname as a child just because he had a really big affinity for dipping sauces. That's it. No big swag story to his football style. He just liked dipping sauces. And his youth football coach started nicknaming him Sauce. So much so that in 2022, he partnered with Buffalo Wild Wings to endorse a new sweet and spicy barbecue sauce known as the Sauce Sauce. And yes, I'm going to call him Sauce, Sean. I had to lead into the nickname story, sir. I appreciate you. I appreciate you, producer Sean. He always looking out for us, though. Hey, lady, you called him Dr. Jones. Anyway, in 2019, in his freshman season, he played in 11 games. Listen, I could read you stats for days. Boy was an absolute beast. Finished up his career at Cincinnati. 33 games. He had a total of 99 tackles combined with solo and assists. Um, he only had 5.5 tackles for loss and 3.5 sacks. They had 9 interceptions for 103 yards and 2 touchdowns. He wound up being named the AAC Defensive Player of the Year, a consensus All-American, and a 3-time first-team All-AAC player while he was at Cincinnati. He was drafted in the 4th round, and he was drafted 4th overall, not in the 4th round. Oh, my Lord. They put some respect on his name. He was drafted 4th overall by the Jets, and he signed his rookie contract just a mere 5 months ago on May 7th. May 7th. I didn't know that. It's a very special day. Personal story. We'll get into that another time. Anyway, here's what I like about Sauce Gardner. This kid, watching these highlights, I got to see him play a lot over the course of the last couple of years because, of course, Georgia played Cincinnati in the Peach Bowl. We saw Cincinnati again at that crazy season they had last year, all the way to the college football playoffs. He's got ridiculous awareness in space during coverage. He could be one-on-one with his guy and a play take place behind him, and he's one of the first people. He's one of the first people to the ball. Break off his coverage, bam, right there, making a tackle. This guy's crazy. He doesn't allow a whole lot of separation, and he very rarely gets burned. That's something you don't see a lot, and that's something you don't see a lot with at any level, high school, college, pros. He doesn't get burned very often. He's got this stupid field awareness. Like I said, he knows how to break off his coverage. If the play takes place behind him, he's covering somebody. Ball, bam. He's right back there in the thick of things, getting ready to break somebody off. And let me tell you something. If you see Sauce Gardner, I said it this time, producer Sean. Did I do okay? Are we doing good? Okay. If he sets up on the line of scrimmage, the quarterback better look out because he's gonna come up. He's gonna come up and lay one on him. He's gonna lay some lumber on him. Now, of course, in the league with the increase in roughing the passer calls, he might have to. I don't know. I saw something on the NFC South about a special kind of tackle. We'll get into that later. But anyway, my point is, if you see Sauce Gardner on the line of scrimmage, not lined up on a man, he's coming for the quarterback's head. He runs a 4.41, so his closing speed is stupid. Quarterback hardly ever sees him coming. It's maybe 6 paces before he's right on the quarterback's head. And he rarely gets, I mentioned that already. Did I mention that already? I mentioned that already. He very rarely gets burned. Already starting to make an impact during week 5 against the Dolphins. He made his first career interception, and the Jets won that one 40-17. So far he's got a combined 20 tackles. He's got that one interception. Doesn't have any touchdowns yet. Doesn't have any touchdowns yet. Now, here's the thing. We're only 6 weeks into the season, but we're seeing a serious little bit of a statistical serious little bit. That's kind of a oxymoronic statement, a very ironic oxymoronic statement. We're seeing a lot of statistical improvement with the Jets in their pass defense. Now, last year, their opponents were able to complete 68% of their passes. They logged 7 interceptions the whole season. 17 games, 7 interceptions. So far in 2022, we're in week 6. They have improved their pass completion allowance to 64%, and they've already matched their interception total so far this season. What they got all of last season, they already have 7 interceptions now, and they're already 3-2, and they are a big surprise. They're second in the AFC East. The Jets are normally right out the gate last, and they're just going to stay last. And they seem to have a little bit of a swagger to that game, and I have no idea why that is. I'm wondering if that's a little bit of a coincidence, or if I'm really wondering if maybe the Jets nutrition specialists have been serving up some new menu meals with a special type of sauce. I'm Mr. Fingers, and this has been your Rookie of the Week spotlight for Sauce Gardner. Thank you so much. Appreciate you. Did you see the sauce?
Nice. All right. Well, thank you, Mr. Handy, for that. We definitely are looking out for Mr. Sauce. And again, being a young man on that Jets team, man, they look, a couple of years, they put it together. You might be seeing the Jets a lot more. But thank you for that. We are going to move on to our next segment. That was a good one. Yeah. I appreciate that.
I didn't know how he got his nickname, so I appreciate that backstory.
Right. I always love a good backstory. Exactly. That's for sure.
Thanks for watching. If you like that clip, be sure to check out the other great content from the Let's Talk Football community. And as always, please like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you'll be notified when more great content like this becomes available.